Hey everyone, my name is Ford from NorCal Thrills, and today I'm bringing you an update from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom on May 28th, 2021. I went to the park expecting a quiet visit without many changes, but was surprised to find some exciting news when it comes to ride removals. So let's get right into it. Unsurprisingly, our first topic today is going to be ride removals. I tend to not give much thought to most ride removal rumors, especially the ones that go something like, Ride X isn't on the park website anymore, so therefore it's being removed. Discovery Kingdom has had a lot of those rumors lately after their recent website reorganization and word from corporate that 15 rides will be removed chain-wide. The rides most rumored for removal were Harley, Quinn, and Tasmanian Devil, along with some smaller rides showing up less frequently. Well, over the past couple weeks, we do appear to have received official notification from the park in the form of a Facebook message that Harley Quinn is indeed being retired. When I checked out the ride at the park, it still had the normal unavailable sign it's had since 2019. But if this message from the park is legitimate, then we should start seeing deconstruction of this ride within the next couple of months, since it appears that the ride is also for sale and will be leaving when a buyer is found. Harley Quinn's removal isn't the first one to actually happen, however. SkyCoaster was a ride that some speculated might be leaving since it wasn't on the 2021 map. And sure enough, they were correct. When I walked over to the area, it just wasn't there anymore. Sometime in the last month or so, the ride was removed without any fanfare. Although it doesn't open up a ton of room by itself, it could be combined with a handful of other rides to open big chunks of space later on for later editions. Some of the other rides left off the 2021 map include Tasmanian Devil, which was closed of course, but looked like it always has, and the bumper cars, which had the dusty cars sitting on the surface and presumably are just waiting for COVID procedures to wrap up before opening again. So yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that either of these rides are going to be removed in the imminent future, not like SkyCoaster. I'd wager that if they are permanently closed, they will sit for a while, just like Voodoo still sits. Now that we've talked about ride removals, let's talk about some more ride updates. First, a couple of rides that were closed when I went in April were open today, including Kong, Cobra, and Wave Swinger, while a couple that were open in April were closed today, including Superman and Scatabout. In complete fairness, this trip was on a Friday, so it's certainly possible that these rides just aren't open on a weekday, but are open on the weekend. Speaking of rides, Sidewinder Safari still shows no progress. I thought that maybe I saw some dirt being moved around, but after closer inspection, I think it was just hope on my part. Expect this ride still in 2022. And an update on kids' areas. Tava's Jungle Land remains closed, including Froghopper this time. But the front entrance features an interesting sign claiming that the area is closed for the season. Is that just a random sign that the park grabbed to mark the area is closed, or is it actually closed for the rest of the year? I guess we'll find out. Seaside Junction was closed today, but Looney Tunes Seaport was open, and about half to two-thirds of the rides seemed to be running, which was a nice improvement from April's visit. Let's take a brief walk around the park and check out some of the other miscellaneous small changes. First, several of the animal exhibits, including the nursery, now feature screens that show some information and facts about the animals on display. Across from Cobra, a new food stand was set up selling turkey legs, beer, popcorn, and other snacks. That location always did seem like a good place to set up a stand since it gets so much foot traffic passing by. The tree in the main park plaza was finally removed, and we have our dolphin fountain back. I was a day early for the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Weekend, but the plaza was already set up for it. The flags flying overhead were a really nice touch. The shark exhibit had the gates at the entrance to the area removed, but a trash can still sat at the entrance to the exhibit. Maybe that means the aquarium is open now and just wasn't on the day I visited? Lastly, it looks like Discovery Kingdom, like some of the other Six Flags parks around the country, has officially gone cashless. There are plenty of machines to convert your cash into a card around the parks, so I don't think that it should cause much of an issue, even if you didn't know before your visit. Finally, let's end this update how we usually do, with some footage of animals and rides. I was particularly excited to see this lion since he looked so majestic sitting on top of his rock. The giraffes were eating from the trees behind them today and not from the guest stands. So that'll wrap up our update for today. I still can't believe that SkyCoaster was just gone, and I wonder when we'll start to see the removal of Harley Quinn or any of the other rumored rides. Regardless, I'll be there to cover it and report back to you all. Expect another update from me in late June.